Welcome to Metal Gear Explained. Today, I want to dive into a lot of things with the Metal Gear Solid series and so much more. Very excited. Like and subscribe and comment to show support so that the algorithm continue to build up, and it is much appreciated. And we're going to go down this rabbit hole of the current state and the future. We talked about this a lot through the channel, and my predictions pretty much have been right. This isn't one of those I'm bragging, but I want to say, us being excited is okay. And I was excited before people thought that the remake was going to be good. I was excited before the remaster, the master collection came out. I was excited, just wanting to just enjoy life and being excited. And some people were like, "Oh, how can you have faith in Konami and everything that happened with Kojima?" I was like, "Well, actually, that's why I actually have faith in Konami, is because they helped Kojima for 35 years, allowing him to do anything and everything he wanted, and he got to give us a lot of great games for the Metal Gear Solid series. And it was because Konami was willing to put their money and time and efforts and resources all into it. He couldn't do it himself. Impossible. Gave him the best teams, it gave him the best resources. He became the greatest director because of that. It's not him making Konami. Konami was already established. They were one of the biggest ever in the 80s. And then they just put Kojima on as a regular worker who ended up building enough to grow and expand his resume to the greatest of all time. Not every company puts their directors as the writers and producers. And they also do not feature them and let them put themselves in the game and put their names everywhere and create all this egotistical stuff that Kojima did. And as a big fan of him, I always laugh at that stuff. And I'm like, hey, man, talk your talk. I think it's encouraging. We should allow people to feel confident and boast about their victories and their awesomeness. I think personally that's okay. I know a lot of people are pretty, and I hate to say this to you guys in my comments, but you're pretty insecure when somebody's bragging about something cool that they do or that they have. That shouldn't be a problem. That should be actually very nice. And like, hey, good for you. You got that, or you won this, or you did this, or you, oh wow, you bought a house, you got a Rolex, you got a new car. Great. Wow, you're succeeding at your job or whatever. Those are victories and we should be happy about them. Even if I'm dead broke, somebody gets rich, that's great. Good. Take me out to eat. Feel free. Like, like it's not hurting me. They're going to help me out. Like, hey, you want to come to my yacht next weekend? Yes, please, my friend. I'm celebrating your victories. Why don't you become a billionaire? Help us all out. With all that being said, Kojima was given that green light by Konami. I think it's only right that we got to give them the respect and say thank you for being great all these years before Kojima. And now they're finally back in that form for Metal Gear. You can confidently say it because of the remake. Master Collection wasn't fully performing that well. Now it is. But what I love is the fact that they fixed it and it's almost pretty much in condition. They already confirmed that we're going to talk about this a little bit. I don't want to kind of gas you guys up about this information, but we're going to talk about what they did say in the Tokyo Game Show, what this video is really about. But I wanted to start off with my talk about the series. Just give Konami their flowers. I think it's only right. And it's about time. Y'all got to cut it out with all. Kojima's happy making his great games, and we get to keep Metal Gear alive and have fun with whatever they do next. So there's one guarantee is that we're getting the volume 2. The second guarantee, most likely a remake. Will they make new games? Will it be good? We don't know. We got to find out. That is in the air, but that's totally normal for business, right? The remake was successful, so now we know what's coming. I want to take a moment to talk about what the developer, actually the producer for Metal Gear, he's the one in charge pretty much of everything with the series. And some of the things that he was saying about the volume 2. In the short end of what he was saying, you can expect the second one. Yes, I repeated this many times. We are making it. And he goes on to talk about wanting to make it proper. They wanted to produce Delta very well before they share information on any other things going forward. So he's sorry, and that's why they didn't really talk about it. He said, please just wait a little longer. How long? A little longer. And that was kind of where he vaguely said it, just give it time. He wants to make sure that it's good. And when the information comes, we'll have everything solid. And so this to me is very important. And he's basically confirming that they're working on it. But what is it? We made 1,000 videos of that. I'm not going to talk about that today. Hopefully it is MGS4 and Peace Walker. After that, I don't care what other spinoffs they put in it. It's going to be great because we have 5 of the main stories in part 1, volume 1. And then if we can get the last 4 of Kojima's legacy, I don't need them all in there because guess what? The Phantom Pain and Ground Zeroes is already available on all platforms. So you don't have to purchase a new system or old PlayStation 3 to play these games. The only one is part 4 and Peace Walker. So hopefully that'll basically give us what we need. Okay. So again, speculations, I'll say that for another video, but I did want to mention what he said directly. And I did the full translation now. When I first remember my last video where I was breaking all the information down, I talked about it briefly, but in this video, we wanted to cover it extensively. So it's exciting. The fact that it's already officially confirmed in this way where they're like, we're almost there. We're getting there. So that's very cool. And then the second half of one of the bigger questions, and it was very interesting, when he was asked about remakes, what's going to happen in the future and what you're going to do. And he basically said he likes MGS1 a lot, and it would be nice if that was ever to get a remake. Now, I want to pause there. They're not just going to do the remake yet, man. They're working on Delta, making sure it's fine, and they want to put it out. They have plans, and they got things that they're working in the background. But you can't just like make 3 remakes all at once. You have to kind of make sure you're doing your due diligence. And so now that it's successful, they can go full throttle into another, then start really pushing it. I believe that they were working on volume 2 with Delta also, and planning for the next remake, deciding which one. And he kind of explained something that I think is very particular. This is multiple times, but in the recent Tokyo Game Show, he basically expressed that Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater was a very tough decision, but they chose to keep the level design the same, enemy placements and everything exactly the same because they didn't want to ruin what it was, and it fit perfect. But the truth is that he also stated that for another remake, he doesn't think that it's going to be the exact same, that they're going to be tweaking and changing it so that it fits whatever's necessary. So what I mean by that, for example, is let's just say they do part 1, Metal Gear Solid 1, 1996. How would they tweak that? Would they make bigger areas to explore, more to look forward to, new areas expanded, different mechanics within that? Like, what is going to be the systems? So those are things that you can tweak, and depending on what you want to do, it's your choice. Another example, the best example would be Peace Walker. Oh my God, we want to make Peace Walker. Well, Peace Walker can be just like the Phantom Pain because it was kind of designed the same. Phantom Pain and Peace Walker have small missions that you can do, episodes for. That's what Peace Walker offers. So for me, I would make that an open world game. It gave me the chance. But I do think that maybe Snake Eater would have been failed if it was an open world. I originally wanted it to be. But now that I played what we did, I feel like they got it right. They nailed it. At least for me. And by the way, we are going to be watching brand new footage. Since it's new, rather you guys watch this, by the way, than to see some cutscenes. But anyway, that's just my opinion. And like I said, I don't know if you guys agree here with that, but I actually really do feel like that Snake Eater is better with the original format. If it was a whole open world, it would turn into like filler content that doesn't fit everything the way we experienced it. So they did it right, but I don't know what the next decision is, right? Is it a part 1, 2, or where do they want to go? They introduced this series to fans. I honestly think it would be crazy if they went and did a part 4 and they're just, hey, we got part 1, the beginning, and we got the end, and then say, you know what, yeah, we're gonna figure it all out. The only reason I bring up part 4 is because I do want it on volume 2, and hopefully that is in there. So excited to replay on new systems. But yeah, those are just some thoughts on all of that, and hopefully we'll get more news, and the actual information won't come out soon. Delta's still in promotion, so think about it. The October 30th is the multiplayer, so maybe after that they'll start like, hey, by the way, we got volume 2 coming for you guys, I hope you'll enjoy, check it out. They can just continue to develop that. So we'll see where that goes, but the best news is that reason I bring that up is we're in good hands. Like that is a lot of content, and now if they do another remake, another 3 years or so, whatever it takes for them to put that out, that's a great thing for the series. It's going to continue to live on, and you can possibly get remake every 3 years, which means 9 chronological stories all wrapped up together. Of course, we don't need remakes for all of them, but I'm just saying, if they went down this route where they're like, hey, we want to remake a couple before we make a new one, like, okay, I get it. And that being said, I also stated one of my videos is kind of a little toxic. I basically said even a monkey can make the new Metal Gear. This isn't like a disrespect to Kojima. I don't think anybody can replace him, but it's actually a compliment because Kojima has laid the groundwork to every character, to the setting of the world, to the setting of the feel, so if you just know the series, you're capable of writing something that's enjoyable for a fan. Somebody chasing through Raiden's story, or Solid Snakes, or Big Bosses, the main 3 playable characters, it's cool. If they make another character playable, it can be cool too, in my opinion. It doesn't have to be those 3 guys that we know and love. Kojima wanted to continue to make different characters playable, actually, but stuck with some of their guys. But that being said, so for me, a new game could be very possible. I want to kind of over exaggerate on this, but I do believe Konami is like really bank on something. I promise you, they're sitting down with all the writers, having all their meetings, and going through discussions on, if we come back, we have to come back strong. We can't just half-ass. Got to give you the best possible Metal Gear game that nobody can deny. What would it be? And people will have suggestions. Leave them in the comments. Somebody will say, yeah, I just want a Gray Fox sequel to Metal Gear Rising. Like, okay, put Gray Fox in there. People will cheer. They loved him as a character. I'm kind of tired of the Gray Fox obsession. It's like, he's cool, but it's been embarrassing how bad they got with it. As a fan, I'm like, dude, I'm not with that guy. You know what I mean? Like, and you're in the comments because I know you guys watch my videos. Like, just stop. Like, those creators who became really big because of it, and like, you're obsessing with nonsense that's fun to explore, because I do it too. I like theories, but it ain't that good. Like, let's just cut it out. All that stuff is just. So for me, bringing him into Ryzen would shut all that down and let him be fun again, not just be this speculatory. Everybody in this game is Gray Fox somehow, you know, like the big boss thing with Venom. Like everybody's Gray Fox, Solid Snake's Gray Fox, and Raiden's Gray Fox. Cut it out. But that could be a character. You got a lot of cool characters in the series. Personally, Ocelot would be great for me. He's more of a spy, but he does have some action, and he can do, you know, a role in that same type of thing where he's infiltrating and doing all that cool stuff. Anybody. And so y'all decide. I'm not trying to nitpick here and make you pick one, but it would be very cool to go through that process, see where we're at. But all that being said, that's today's video when it comes to the future. The last thing I want to talk about, which I'm going to have more videos breaking this stuff down, is this current future. Like literally in 30 days, we're going to get the first multiplayer. And it's starting to sit in. It's like, this is somewhat of a battle royale, but a casual version. It's kind of weird the way they set this up. I'm going to be honest. I did not expect it to be this way. We're going to kind of go through these. It has 4 phases, just like a battle royale. Every phase, some people get eliminated. But it looks like it's just objective-based mode, where if you don't do your objective, you will be eliminated for that round. So the pressure is to do your objective. Now, if you can win a game without ever fighting anybody, that would kind of kill the whole feel of this. I think it should be a battle of, like, you know, picking up the Karrakins is one of the missions. And what if you have to fight for it? There's 12 players to start, aka 6 teams, and there's only 5 Karrakins. So one of you guys got to get it. And then the next round is only 4. That would be amazing. And we don't know the little details. And so, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and email Konami and ask them for some information. I'm going to make a video about it very soon. But I just want to give you guys a full update on where I'm feeling, what I'm thinking about the future. It was great news for Tokyo Game Show, and my previous video, which should be popping up on screen, will help you understand a lot more of this multiplayer. Go check that out. Hope y'all enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and comment. See you later.